Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Blake. What's happening? How y'all doing when this nice, snowy, dreary day? Tell you how I'm doing. I'm doing as if this were a nice summer day. It is what it is. Anyway, I was watching the news and listening to people. I'm at work, by the way. And you know what I thought? It came to mind. And also looking at media outlets when they talk to their base and stuff. And the thing that came up is they were referring to the invasion of Ukraine by Russia, which is formerly a part of the USSR, formerly a part of Russia. And I was listening to people on some station or some news outlet on social media talk about, or in mockery of Biden. It's what this country is becoming more and more of. Very arrogant. You differ with me. When I get the opportunity to attack you, I will. And if I get an advantage, I'm going to attack you more. And I'm going to have my base follow that line of thought because they believe in me. They do what I say. This culture, this country is about personality worship. It's becoming. And if you look at more of these media outlets that are allowing people to have a voice, but for me, they're just kidding themselves. It's not to have a voice. It's to attack someone that differs from you, which isn't good at all. But that's what it is about. So here we have a bunch of people that are another country that's being attacked, Ukraine, by the Russians. And you look at all of these media outlets and stuff like that. The one thing that kept occurring to me is, isn't this when you take your differences and put them to the side and look at the bigger picture? Because the bigger picture is your differences, then you've been a hypocrite. You're in a position of authority, but you are attacking instead of supporting. Or even if you do differ, why not differ with some integrity? Why not differ with some character that speak to your leadership potential versus just attacking someone? And that's the norm. We attack because it's a game. It's a sickness, but it's a powerful game where I don't believe in you. I don't believe in the system. I don't believe in nothing. When I do say I do, it's fake. It's only to get the vote. It's only to say, see, I represent those values. I'm a fulfillment of American values. That's all talk. And it can be proven by the actions of those in leadership who say in mockery of someone who is different from them. I'm speaking specifically to these clowns that are in politics. These people who, whether they're Democrats or Republicans, I don't care. Anybody who was in that position of leadership that they've taken for granted, that are mocking others. Like I was listening to, what's his name? Ted Cruz, the Dominican or Cuban guy, yeah, who's a Republican. He said in front of a full audience of people, I'm paraphrasing, I can't wait for Nancy Pelosi to go fly her broom back to California. And then he says, no, I take that back. To go get on her jet, which happens to be a broom, or her plane, which happens to be a broom, and fly back to California. And with Joe Biden, he can just walk back to Delaware. But the walk he did was in mockery. This goes to show you that people like that are cowards. They're arrogant. And to me, the only thing they're worthy of is death. That is it. They have nothing else to offer to me, just death. You die, better off. Because when you don't have people in power that don't give a fuck about you, it's a money grab. And that's what this is. This country's all about a fucking money grab. That is why, listen, during COVID-19, all of those people, the vaccines themselves, everybody, if something goes wrong with 1 million people because they took the vaccines, guess what? Ain't a fucking thing you can do about it. Nothing. They're protected. Imagine that. In case, if by chance something goes wrong and you start walking funny for the rest of your life, you get sick and can't pay no bills, you become a ward of the state and your family's in sorrow over this, and there's nothing that can be done. And then you will get pats on the back by those that allowed this to happen. That's the way of the world. That's Earth, Wind, and Fire, by the way. But yeah, but a different connotation to this. That is the way of the world. That's bad. But anyway, my point is how these corporations, these pharmaceutical giants made hundreds of billions of dollars as a result of COVID. As a result of COVID. Business. Big money. Money grab. Chasing a bag. Now, if you look at the little guy, like me, I do something crazy because I'm chasing a money bag too. I'm the bad guy. But these people in their $3,000 suits that are stealing all the money, billions of dollars right in front of our faces, we don't, you know what? We don't think like that. That's too much for us to fathom. We think like children. I'm on the news. My face is showed all around the country for 2 months for something I did. But you got the real criminal. Now, some people might say wrong is wrong and right is right. Okay, that's fair. Wrong is wrong, right is right. But you're the same person who turns around and says, that would look at me and said, I'm the bad guy. Or anybody in my position, bad guy, because we're the little guys. But the big guys, yeah, but it's different. No, it's not different. They're the ones that are stealing from you. Think about that. I can't sue you. Nope. Even if I gave you some fucking raw dog poison that's going to affect you 5 years from now, ain't shit you can do about it. But if you got power, you can change that shit. That's my point. You ain't got no fucking power. That's why the people that are poor are going to continue to be poor. If there's no poor people in this country, there's no America. The middle class, what the fuck's the middle class? Where's the middle class? Me? You? Us? If you give people money, you give people the comfort that they allow for themselves, they are better in their mental health. They are better in their psychic. They can do more because they can feel better about themselves. They can create for themselves. But when you put the squeeze and there's a money grab, who loses? You and me. I have to do stuff like this because what I'm doing now, just sharing information, going back and forth, all because some people are allowed to get away with doing what they do in the name of. But yeah, I thought about that thing with the Ukrainian and Russians. You mocking Joe Biden. The mockery. That's my point. We've been reduced to a bunch of whores. Everything is mockery, mockery, mockery. Mockery. All the libtards, all the Republicans, you all are, I mean, fuck both of them, really. It's the integrity part. Like, most of y'all will never get on the thing to record yourself and talk. You just won't do it. But you take a million fucking pictures about nothing. If you kept your mouth shut, I wouldn't say nothing. But if you mock somebody that does this, why? Maybe you can't help yourself. You can disagree. That's always on the table with me, to disagree. But it's how you disagree. But yeah, I was thinking it, so I'm saying it. And as a gift of modern technology, I can now share it with multiple people. Imagine that. So technology, there's a gift to it and there's a curse to it. But yes, got something to say, share it with people. Make them feel it. Make them clap to it. Get in their heads. People get in your heads all the time, the media. They get in mine. Here's what I do. Here's how I respond. Here's how I reach out. Here's how I share. Here's how I say, what do you think of this? All right, I'm out with more to come, I'm sure. This is Blake. Word.